I Want Answers is made possible by the Grand River Dam Authority, the Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation, RCB Bank, Rogers State University, the Tulsa Port of Catoosa, Kelvion Incorporated, Advanced Research Chemicals, Bank of Commerce in Chouteau, and the generous support of viewers like you.
The Prue Rockets and the Wilburton Diggers are here for this season's first semifinal game on I Want Answers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Oklahoma's favorite academic game show, I Want Answers, presented by GRDA. I'm your host, Anna Berry. Now, tonight we begin the semifinal round of our competition with the Prue Rockets and the Wilburton Diggers. How are you guys doing? And ladies, feeling good? Ready? Yeah. Awesome. The winner of tonight's game will be competing for a chance at $12,000 in scholarship money in the championship game in 2 weeks from tonight. So let's start off by meeting the players from Prue. We're starting with you, Kaylee Gabriel. She's a junior. We have Aaliyah Rodriguez. You are a junior as well. Brandon Stingle, a junior, and senior Logan Wilson. Awesome. And now let's meet the players from Wilburton. We'll start with you. We have sophomore Andrew Hawthorne. We have sophomore James McCabe. We have senior Devin Cox and senior Anthony Giles Goddard, team captain. All right. Well, are you ready, Prue? Are you ready, Wilburton?
Yeah.
I know you guys want some really good questions, but the show is about what I want, and I want some answers. So let's begin our competition with the speed round.
Next up, it's the speed round. The speed round consists of individual answer questions worth 10 points each. The first team member to buzz in gets to answer. No conferring between team members is allowed in this round.
All right, here we go. Buzzer hands ready. Deep breath. Let's begin. Sometimes a warmer water characteristic of the Western Pacific flows east towards South America. What do oceanographers call this phenomenon? Wilburton?
El Nino.
Correct. Robert Stroud, George Kelly, and Al Capone all lived for a time on what island? Wilburton?
Alcatraz.
Correct. What Indian tribe perpetrated the Fort Mims massacre near Mobile, Alabama in 1813? Wilburton?
Seminole.
Incorrect. Prue?
Sioux.
Incorrect. Creek. In addition to their large townhouses, wealthy ancient Romans often had luxurious country estates called what? Wilburton?
Villas.
Correct. Photo question. What is the collective name for these three waterfalls that straddle the international border between Canada and the United States? Wilburton?
Niagara Falls.
Correct. The U.S. Mint's headquarters are in Washington, D.C., but there is a bullion depository at Fort Knox, and it has mint facilities in Philadelphia, West Point, San Francisco, and what other Western city? Prue?
Denver.
Correct. Video question by Roy Heginbotham, GRDA Tour Guide.
Name the location with the highest elevation in Oklahoma.
Wilburton?
Black Mesa.
Correct. In medieval Europe, what was the name for a group of men in the same trade or craft who joined to protect its members and to maintain standards in the trade? Prue?
Guild.
Correct. What do weather forecasters issue to indicate that a particular hazard is only possible and that conditions are more favorable than usual for its occurrence? Wilburton?
Advisory.
Incorrect. Looking for a specific word here. Prue?
A watch.
Correct, that was the word. With what literary form are these names associated? Eugene O'Neill, Aeschylus, George Bernard Shaw, Euripides, Thornton Wilder. Prue?
Novels.
Incorrect. Wilburton?
Playwright.
Incorrect. What literary form is drama or plays? What states were admitted to the U.S. in 1959? Prue?
Alaska and Hawaii.
Correct. Video question by Sheila Shook, Education Coordinator, Tulsa Port of Catoosa.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers manages the 18 locks and dams on the McClellan-Kerr Arkansas River navigation system in Oklahoma and Arkansas. This system eventually connects to what larger river?
Prue.
Mississippi.
Correct. Through what system are members of Congress with the longest service assigned to the most important posts in committee chairmanships? Wilburton?
Proportionality.
Incorrect. The correct answer is seniority. What verb means to melt a powdered solid so that it forms a solid mass? Prue?
Smelt.
Incorrect. Wilburton?
Center.
Incorrect. Answer is fuse. What city in North Africa is the center of the 11th largest metropolitan area in the world? Wilburton?
Egypt.
What city? Prue?
Cairo.
Correct. All right, Camp David is a presidential retreat located in what state? Prue?
Maryland.
Correct. Photo question. Name this mountain, which is the highest mountain of the Cascade Range. Wilburton?
Mount McKinley.
Incorrect. Anyone? Prue?
Pikes Peak.
Incorrect. Mount Rainier. Name the German-born American journalist who in the 1730s was arrested for alleged seditious libel resulting from his harsh words about New York Governor William Cosby. John Peter Zinger. Eliza and her son Harry escaped from their pursuers by jumping from one ice floe to the next until they had crossed the Ohio River in what novel, first published in 1852? Wilburton?
East of Eden.
Incorrect. Prue?
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Correct. All right. Well, that bell means that time is up for this speed round. We're going to take a quick break. The score is 80 for Prue and 50 for Wilburton. We'll be right back.
Every day, the employees of the Grand River Dam Authority strive for excellence by focusing on the 5 E's: employees, electricity, environmental stewardship, economic development, and efficiency. We do this by producing low-cost, reliable electricity that touches 75 of the 77 counties in the state. At no cost to the taxpayers, we also manage 70,000 surface acres of lakes and the scenic Illinois River. Annually, the efforts of Team GRDA facilitate over $450 million in economic activity for Oklahoma.
The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation is a proud sponsor of I Want Answers on RSU Public TV. Throughout his life, Gerald Westby worked hard to add to the quality of life through his legacy of support for the arts, arts education, and culture. The Gerald H. Westby Jr. Foundation continues this work.
Imagine a place strong enough to weather any storm, built on a foundation of trust and integrity. Imagine sowing a single seed that makes a forest grow. What if there's a bank like that, where all your financial dreams can become reality? Well, that's my bank. That's RCB Bank.
And welcome back to I Want Answers, presented by GRDA. Now, before we start our advantage round, let's take a minute to get to know the Prue Rockets a little bit better. Prue, let's start with you. Kaylee, what's your favorite subject in school?
AP European History.
Oh, wow. And do you love any particular country or any particular, I guess, century?
Italy.
You like Italy,
yes.
Renaissance, something beautiful like that? Awesome.
Yes.
And what about you, Aaliyah?
Sculpting.
Sculpting.
Yeah.
Cool. So you like to use your hands and create. What do you like to make?
Yeah. Well, for the first 9 weeks, we did a cardboard sculpture, which I wasn't that great at. But now we're sculpting clay.
Ooh, clay.
So it's pretty fun.
I'm good at pinch pots. I like pinch pots. What about you, Brandon?
Humanities.
Okay, what do you like about humanities?
I just like learning all the different things in the world.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn. Okay, Logan, you?
I'm also going to go with humanities. I like learning about the different cultures. I particularly like the Reformation. It's one of my favorite time periods.
Cool. All right, Prue, thank you guys so much. Now it's time for the advantage round.
Next up, the advantage round. In this round, the teams face off by first attempting to answer a speed question. The first team that answers correctly receives 10 points and the opportunity to answer 3 advantage questions worth 10 points. After the 3 advantage questions, it's back to speed questions to determine who gets the next advantage question. The speed questions can be answered by anyone, but the answers for the advantage questions must come from the team captain.
All right, here we go. The first speed question is a math question. If you walk 2 miles south and then 3 miles west, you have walked 5 miles. Is your approximate displacement from your starting point 3.4, 3.5, or 3.6 miles? Wilburton?
3.6.
Correct. Advantage for Wilburton. Literary forms. This is what form of poetry? Quote, "The falling flower I saw drift back to the branch was a butterfly."
That's a haiku. I guess it's a haiku.
Haiku.
Correct. These are examples of what kind of poems? The Death of Morgan, The Dying Cowboy, Robin Hood and the Monk, Lochinvar, The Shooting of Dan McGrew, The Highwayman.
Tragedy.
Incorrect. Ballads. In Homage to Catalonia, George Orwell narrates his personal experiences during the Spanish Civil War. This illustrates what non-fictional literary form?
Historical fiction.
Incorrect. Memoir. Back to speed. From somewhere outside the Earth, ionizing radiation is continually bombarding our atmosphere. Because of its extraterrestrial origin, it has become known as what radiation? Wilburton?
Alien radiation.
Incorrect. Prue?
Space radiation?
Incorrect. The answer is cosmic or background. In what article of the U.S. Constitution are local governments described? Prue?
Article 3?
Incorrect. Wilburton?
Article 7.
Incorrect. None. They are not mentioned. It's a trick question. What document is given a permission by a foreign government to visitors entering that country? Wilburton?
Visa.
Correct. Advantage for Wilburton. What American composers is the theme. What American composer was noted for these songs? My Old Kentucky Home, The Old Folks at Home.
Elliot.
Incorrect. Stephen Foster. What composer wrote the enduring incidental music for A Midsummer's Night's Dream?
Mozart.
Incorrect. Mendelssohn. Claude Debussy referred to what classical composer as, quote, the old deaf one?
Beethoven.
Correct. Ludwig van Beethoven. All right, back to speed. What gland is about the size of a pea and functions to stimulate several other glands to produce hormones? Wilburton?
Pituitary.
Correct. Advantage for Wilburton. Elements. How many electrons are in the L shell of these elements? Curium, americium, francium, lawrencium, berkelium, fermium.
Eight.
Correct. Wow. Sir William Ramsay cooled a sample of air until it became liquid, and then warmed the liquid and captured 3 gases that boiled off, including krypton, xenon, and what other that has a reddish glow in an electric discharge tube?
Neon.
Correct. Guano is a terrific fertilizer because it contains a high percentage of the 3 nutrients essential for plant growth. These include phosphate, nitrogen, and what other element with atomic number 19?
Potassium.
Correct, potassium. All right, back to speed. If you send email and it fails to arrive at its intended recipient for any reason, the message returns to you. This is called a what? Bounce. Return to sender. The collision that created what mountain range occurred about 45 million years ago after India had drifted several thousand kilometers northward from its old position in Pangaea. Wilburton?
Himalayas.
Correct. Advantage for Wilburton. Queens. For some 15 years, Henry II of England kept his wife imprisoned in a castle. Name her.
Elizabeth I.
Incorrect. Eleanor of Aquitaine. Carthage was founded in the 9th century BC by Phoenicians under what queen and lover of Aeneas?
Cleopatra.
Incorrect. Dido. This is about what monarch? She was 18 when, in 1837, upon the death of her weak and incompetent old uncle William IV, she ascended to the British throne.
Victoria.
Correct, it is Victoria. Speed. What adjective indicates the porous form of carbon used to decolorize liquids, recover solvents, and remove toxins from air? Wilburton?
Charcoal.
Incorrect. Prue?
Coal.
Incorrect. It's what adjective was the question, and activated was the answer. Speed. Fighting broke out in 1642 all over England between those supporting Parliament, known as the Roundheads, and those supporting the King, known as what? Wilburton?
Boxheads.
Incorrect. Prue?
Red shirts.
Incorrect. It's Royalists or Cavaliers. How many European countries south of the English Channel are adjacent to the Atlantic? Wilburton?
2.
Incorrect. Prue?
5.
Incorrect. Answer is 3. Ah, ha ha. And that's all the time we have for the advantage round. The score stands at 80 for Prue and 150 for Wilburton. We're going to be right back.
I Want Answers is made possible by the Tulsa Port of Catoosa, one of the largest, most inland river ports of the U.S. inland river system. Agricultural commodities, building materials, fuel, and machinery are shipped into and out of the Tulsa Port of Catoosa daily using a combination of barge, rail, and truck. To learn more about the Tulsa Port of Catoosa, visit their website at tulsaport.com. And also by Kelvion Incorporated, global experts in heat exchange, committed to providing quality products and services with honesty, integrity, and commitment to customers, employees, shareholders, and the global community. For more information about Kelvion, visit kelvion.com. And also by Advanced Research Chemicals, providing customer-focused solutions to basic and advanced chemical applications. ARC has a long history of giving back to our local and international communities. For more information, visit fluoridearc.com.
I love coming into the lab every day. My job is to screen evidence for DNA analysis. When I started at Rogers State University, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But after I took my first chemistry class, I realized that I wanted to be in the lab. It does feel good to go to school and to find a direction and then wind up doing something that I enjoy. Not everyone can say that. It all started for me at Rogers State University.
I Want Answers is made possible by the Bank of Commerce in Chouteau.
Welcome back to I Want Answers presented by GRDA. Now, before we start our whirlwind round, let's get to know the Wilburton Diggers a little bit better. How you guys doing? Feeling good, looking good. All right, let's start with you, Andrew. What's your favorite class?
Either chemistry or band.
Chemistry or band. Wow, opposite spectrum. What do you play in band?
I play flute.
Cool, awesome. James, what about you?
My favorite subject is math.
Math for sure.
Yeah.
What do you love about math?
I don't know. It's just like in all the other subjects, you have to memorize stuff. In math, you have to do that too. But you can do that with, like, they could just give you a number and you know what to do with it because math.
Because it's math. Your brain just works that way. Awesome.
Yeah.
Devin?
I really like reading.
Reading. What type of books?
Like science fiction, like mythological stuff too.
Cool. Neat. Anthony?
Probably band.
Band?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Baritone.
Baritone. Neat. Okay. Well, thank you guys. All right. Now it's time for the whirlwind round.
Next up, the whirlwind round. In this round, the trailing team gets to pick from one of 3 categories, and they get to choose whether they wish to answer the category's questions themselves or force the other team to answer. The team will have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Then the other team gets their turn at one of 3 remaining categories. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. If any team correctly answers all 10 of their questions within a minute, they will receive 10 bonus points.
All right, well, Prue, you guys are trailing right now, so you get to pick your categories. Here they are. Second largest cities, prime numbers, or different words, same spelling.
We're going to take different words, same spellings for ourselves.
For yourself. Okay, great. Here we go. Different words, same spelling. 1 spelling, 2 meanings, and you identify the word. Here we go. A musical tone or angle of descent.
Pass.
A threaded screw used with a nut or a flash of lightning.
Bolt.
Correct. A large container for liquids or armored military vehicle.
Tank.
Correct. A reddish pink color or what the dough did when yeast was added.
Rose.
Correct. Material that allows electricity to flow or the leader of an orchestra.
Conductor.
Correct. The front of a ship or to bend at the waist. Louder.
Bow.
Correct. A wrapped gift or neither the past nor the future.
Present.
Correct. To allow or to rent.
Pass.
A spy named for a burrowing animal or 6.02 times 10 to the 23 atoms.
Mole.
Correct. Something that isn't coarse or cash paid as punishment.
Fine.
Correct. Up to you, judges. All right, good job. You guys are great. All right, your turn, Wilburton. Woo-hoo. The tie. We have a tie. Score is tied. Now the pressure's really on. So, Wilburton, you get to pick second largest cities, prime numbers, or nations.
Prime numbers.
Prime numbers.
Okay, prime numbers it is. Name the only prime number between the numbers I list. 48 and 58.
53.
Correct. 83 and 93.
91.
Incorrect. 90 and 100.
97.
Correct. 19 and 29.
23.
Correct. 61 and 71.
67.
Correct. 73 and 83.
79.
Correct. 79 and 89.
83.
Correct. 31 and 41.
37.
Correct. 109 and 127.
119.
Incorrect. 283 and 307. All right. Wow. Okay. After 3 rounds, the score stands currently at 150 for Prue and 220 for Wilburton. Let's go back to some speed questions and wrap up this game. All right, let's get ready for some speed. Offshore from a beach face, there is usually a broad, gently sloping platform that may be exposed at low tide, an area called a marine what? Prue?
Shelf.
Incorrect. Wilburton?
Sandbar.
Incorrect. Answer is terrace. Geologists have speculated that the first massive continent split into 2 early continents called Laurasia and what other? Wilburton?
Panasia?
Incorrect. Prue?
Pan America.
Incorrect. It's Gondwana or Gondwanaland. What mountain range is about 100 miles north of Barcelona? Prue?
Carpathian.
Incorrect. Wilburton?
The Dolomites.
Incorrect. The Pyrenees. The military strategy MAD related to the use of what kind of weapons? Wilburton?
Nuclear weapons.
Correct. Cities in Louisiana and Indiana, as well as an American airborne unit that flew in France during World War I, were named after what French soldier who fought against Britain in the American Revolution? Wilburton?
Marquis de Lafayette?
Yes, correct. Sorry, correct. You're right. The top of Mount Everest is in which layer of the atmosphere? Prue?
Troposphere.
Correct. What pre-Columbian people developed an extensive road system spanning much of the western length of South America? Wilburton?
The Inca.
Correct. Frederick Douglass, the most prominent Black American of the 19th century, lectured widely and edited what abolitionist newspaper? Wilburton?
The
Incorrect. Pass. The answer is the North Star. What phrase borrowed from French essentially means a done deal or an irreversible deed? Prue?
Coup d'etat.
Incorrect. Wilburton?
A quid pro quo.
Incorrect. Good guesses, you guys. Fait accompli. What does a citizen of Samoa or Fiji call a tropical storm with winds of at least 74 miles per hour? Wilburton?
A typhoon.
Correct. And that bell concludes tonight's competition. The final score stands at 160 for Prue and 260 for Wilburton. So that means, Wilburton, you're our winner. Good job to both of you. All of you did so great. Such smart kids. Well done, teams. So the Wilburton Diggers will advance to the championship. So we'll see you, gentlemen, in a few weeks. And thank you both teams for playing, and thank you, audience, for joining us as we showcase the knowledge of our local Green Country High School academic teams. Now be sure to follow I Want Answers on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, you can catch up on past episodes anytime at rsu.tv. We'll see you next time for another exciting competition on I Want Answers.